So we give you the audacity to say what you are saying. I just say all these people. Must you comment? Must you shout at me? Just allow me. You don't need to. God will help us. So after next week, upper week will be question and answer. It will just be question and answer online. Get set and on site. Prepare your questions. We will trash it. So if you are watching online, comment on your comment section and say Jesus is Lord. If you're outside, give the Lord a shout. Okay. Do people inside want to shout again? If you are inside and you know you marry right, give the Lord a shout. I want to see how I will use 1 hour today. That means we should be out of here by 8:30. So help me God. Let's go straight to the business of the day. Today, like I said last week, I promised you I will be teaching on Proverbs 31 woman, the rule of womanhood. Proverbs 31 woman, the rule of womanhood. Proverbs 31 woman, the rule of womanhood. There are no much scriptures that speak about how a man should behave. You need to understand that. There are no any scripture for Proverbs 31 man. Yes, you can put some of those symbolism in relation. There is no so much instruction given to a man in scripture. Why? Because a man was supposed to sit upon the seat of Christ and mirror him. So when you talk about a man, you look at Christ. Is that okay? So women most times are not recognized in scripture, so they were instructed. The instruction that God gives to a man, a woman is meant to obey. But there are some God gives to a woman that was meant for women. And that is why you see the symbolisms in scriptures many more times. So we have the issue of a very big challenge, how it's easy for women to compromise. From the Garden of Eden, when you study, you are going to discover that rebellion begins from a woman. Is that true? A woman that God created began the rebellion. So Adam blamed the woman. You have to go study Genesis chapter 2 and chapter 3. You understand everything I'm saying. How God made man. Man was okay until God separated the woman from the man. Is that okay? Until God bring man. You know, there is a context of man as Adam. There is a context of man as an entity that is a male. Is that okay? So when God separated woman from a man, problem began. Right now, it became a challenge. Why? Because now the woman began to listen to the devil. From that very point, you now understand that women are always moved by what they hear. Is that okay? Are we together now? From the very beginning in the Garden of Eden, Adam was receiving instruction from God. God spoke to all of them. They listened to it. A time came, the devil spoke. Now Adam did not listen to what the devil said. But Eve listened to what the devil said. And Eve, when she listened to what the devil said, she related with it what? Emotionally. And because of her engagement emotionally, she wanted to feel what the fruit was like. She wanted to feel it. She wanted to have a taste of it. And because of her desperation, her desire to have a taste of it, she disobeyed God. And immediately she disobeyed God. By default, she was in that confines of disobedience. There is something very important. When Eve disobeyed God, it was not counted disobedience until Adam disobeyed God. That means the authority that God put upon Adam was to actually be the judge of everything. That means if Adam did not truly eat of the fruit, Eve have never sinned. Adam was supposed to be the preservation, the covering. It was supposed to be the defense for Eve. As far as God is concerned, Eve was innocent until Adam was guilty. Are you with me? I hope you understand what I was saying. 1 hour and I'm done. As far as God is concerned, Eve, whatsoever Eve was doing God was not looking at it until there was an agreement with Adam. Why? Because now Eve is part of Adam. So it's not possible for only Eve to disobey and Adam not to disobey. So what the devil had to lure in Eve was to bring her to a point where she present the same vision unto Adam. And immediately when the man partook of the disobedience, at that very moment, judgment was cast. At that point, when that happened, of course there was an awareness, and everything that God spoke to them as a punishment began to manifest. Now when God came, Adam began to speak nonsense. The woman you gave me, God did not ask the woman. He was the one blaming the woman. Because God knew that Adam, you were meant to be able to stand. That no matter the disobedience of your wife, so long as you can stand, she will be healed. So the woman you gave me was what caused me to do what I did. But mind you, God blamed Adam. Why? Because it was his responsibility to ensure that the woman was not deceived by the devil. From that moment, we now saw that men are also moved by what they see, because she had, Adam saw, and both of them fell. But I want to see that the major reason why Adam fell was not necessarily because he saw, because he has been seeing that for a very long time in the garden. Are you with me? The major reason why he fell was because he loved Eve. He did what he did because he loved her. He agreed because he loved her. And he wanted to please her. Because he wanted to please her, he did it. And out of that, both of them were judged. That is to let you know that the very moment you are in love, the very moment you are united with someone, the very moment you are married to someone, the person becomes your weakness. And you become the person's strength. That means you don't have the capacity, truly, to be able to function individually, because now you are one. Because the power of oneness demands that everything that affects one affects the other. Are you with me now? When you drive in that light, you will now see why it is very, very important we are careful of who we marry, who we fall in love with, and all of those things you call. Because you are going to be joined to the person. So if you join yourself with an armed robber, you are an armed robber potentially. You join yourself with a smoker, you are a smoker potentially. Don't say we are just dating, we are just friends with benefit. You are already going towards a doomness, towards their own reality. So you must be very, very careful. I want to submit to you that love is a choice. Beyond just a commandment, beyond just a feeling, love is a choice. You choose to love. Anytime you find yourself in love, anytime you find yourself loving someone, is because you choose. Because we have been commanded to love since you never loved. Many of you hate me. Many of you hate your neighbor. But you love because you choose to love. So the greatest power activated in love is choice. As long as you can choose to love, there is a commitment of spirit coming to back your decision. Very, very important. And so in the context of marriage, even if you say love is not there, it's because you have never chosen to love. If you choose to love, you will realize that by default, you will find the grace, you will find the energy to begin to love. Like I've always said, should a man continue to love a woman that refuses to submit to him? Or should a woman continue to submit to a man that refuses to love her? So at one point or the other, there is part of the equation that seems not to be complete until you do something within your own capacity in keeping to it. It's a commitment between two people, but two cannot work together except they agreed. There must be a choice that both of you must make to ensure that this live. Having that understanding, I know everybody's on a journey to find that Proverbs 31 woman, find that virtuous woman, find that woman that automatically brings good tidings to him. But let me tell you, it's not a magical thing. You can meet a Proverbs 31 woman and still not love her, because you must have chosen not to love her. In fact, there are people that by themselves, they are looking for Nicki Minaj or Kim Kardashian. Nothing concerns them with any 31 woman. Nothing concerns them with any character. They are out for what they can see. I told you, Men are moved by what they see. If you don't have figure 8, you're on your own. A friend of mine told me that his lady that have K-leg, that he loved to see when she's walking, that leg that's like that if not that one. So he's moved by what he see. So peradventure, a lady that have K-leg come with an act of disobedience is gone, because K-leg is the reason why he has fallen. So to him, forget Proverbs 31, is K-leg. Another guy told me that any lady that doesn't have dimples, this thing that, say, forget it. So nothing concerning him with the character that is stated in scripture. You are the only one that knows that there's a 31 proverb woman. Another person don't care about that one. Someone told me that he want to marry a very fat lady. He said the fatter the beautiful, the fatter the beautiful. I asked him why. You don't want to know the reason. Another person told me want to marry a slim woman. Very slim. When I asked why, you don't want to know the reason. So you are the only one that have an understanding that there is a 31 woman in Proverbs. Another person does not have that specification. To him, beauty has beguiled him. And you see, beauty is always in the eye of the beholder. Because there is no person that is not beautiful. It's just that the person is not beautiful to you. The person is not yet your loss. The person is not yet your temptation. Because the same thing that makes you not to like another person is the very reason why somebody is dying for it. Are you with me? Why? Because beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Love is a choice. You did not love that lady because of what you saw. You actually love her because you choose. That's the truth. And having that understanding, I present you the context in scripture beyond just what you can see, beyond what you can feel. Is that okay? Very, very important. And I want you to tell yourself that there is no two people that look like you. They may be closely, even identical twins, they are not the same. There cannot be two people alike. It's not possible. In fact, they may look alike, but they cannot act alike. Because there is image and there is what? Likeness. These two must agree. Image of God, likeness of God is function and representation. So no two people are alike. And because of that, whether you like it or not, what you are looking for, you may not truly find it. You may find it as a contest of a virtue in the spirit. You may not find it as a physical characteristics. And I know that nobody has it all. Show me any lady upon the face of the earth or any guy on the earth. There is something that you wish they never had. There is something you just wish that you can take them to the theater and remove it. And God may not actually permit that, so that there should not be any perfect person on the earth. Even among the realms of the angelic, there is no perfection, because all of us journey into it. The only perfection dwells within the citadel of the triumph. It dwells within the crucible of the Trinity. That's why all of us gravitate towards it. So that person that you are looking at, there is something about that person that will irritate you. It's just a matter of time. But the choice to remain and to love is stronger. So I want you to know that we all need to go and marry. Forget about all your excuses. Don't tell me you have not found that tall, dark, and handsome man. He may never exist until you are 80 years old. Don't tell me you have not found that lady that suits your dream, the one you see at night. My brother, you are living the day. You are talking about night times. Today, I come to you with a parable. You may be beguiled by the way of a harlot. Because what you imagine upon your head is actually a beguilement. You have been in bondage. This is the reason why many people are married spiritual. They have spiritual husband, spiritual wife. You have read a lot of romance novels. They painted a kind of picture of a lady, a kind of picture of a guy, and all your life is a parable, a mirage in the spirit.